So today we are going to have the solution of Codeforces 1021 div 2C. The question is sports betting. I hope that if you have seen the solution, you have at least tried the question and read the question properly. So I'm not going to explain the question like everything which is given in the question. I will just give a basic description of the question. I am assuming that you have tried the question and you have properly read it. So the question is like that every day at the station there will be either a bus or a jet bridge, telescopic jet bridge, through which people will reach. Like it is a mode of accommodation. How will they? What will be coming? So both can come. Like any one of them, sorry, can come, and we. So what is happening is that there is someone wedding. He's betting with n students, and on there is given some array, and that ith element of the array means that he's going to bid with that person on day I. So suppose that the array is given like 1 1 1 1 1. So on day one he will bet with four people, 1 2 3 4, all four of them he will bet with on day one. So here it is 2 2 2, which means that on the second day he will bet with 1 2 and 3. Here it is 2 4 3 2 4. So this means that on the second day he will bet with two people which are 1 and 4. On the second day, on the fourth day, he will bet with people on number 2 and people on number 5. And on the third day he will bet with the third person. So it basically means on the AI day, he will bet with the ith person. So what is the type of betting, like he's what he's doing, trying to do? So the betting goes as like he will predict, he will give some prediction, like on the if he's betting with someone on ith day, he will predict that what will be the mode of accommodation on a of I plus 1 and a of I plus 2 day. Like on if suppose he's waiting on the third day, so he will say that on fourth day people will come by bus, and on fifth day he will come by people will come by jet bridge maybe. So if the prediction goes right, then he's going to win the bet, otherwise he's going to lose the bet. So the bet, sorry, he is going to lose the bet, yes. So he wants to win at least with one people, at least one time he wants to win. And we're gonna have to develop some strategy of, like, he suppose we're gonna have to develop some strategy by which he always wins. Like we have to check if there is some strategy by which he always wins. So then we have to output yes, otherwise we'll have to output no. So the one basic, very basic observation which anyone can get after reading this problem is like, if on some day, like day on day one, suppose day two, there are four different people, 1 2 3 4. There are four different people, so he can always win. Like if there are, if on any day there are four or more than four people, then he can easily win. How? He will bet with 1%. Like we are supposing that B is for bus and J is for jet. Okay, I'm just using some designation. So with first person he can bet that bus and bus will come on next day, and it's with second person he can bet that jet and jet will come on next day. With third person he can bet B and J, and fourth person he can bet J and B. So he can, like any one of these will be there, so he will definitely win. Now if so, the final conclusion which we get here is that if of any element frequency of any element is greater than equal to 4, yes, we can definitely win. So now we have to find some other way also, like is there any other way by which he can win, or this is the only way? If this is the only way, we will only give yes, other cases we will give the answer no. So now let's check, is there any other way by which he can win or not? So what you will do is like, if there are some gaps, then we don't have to consider that, because there's no, it is of no use. Like, we try to take 2 consecutive days and we'll try to do some prediction, like we can do it or not. So suppose we have, there are, on day 3 we have 2 people, and day 3 we have 2 people, and day 4 we have 2 people. Okay, let's take the test case which is given here. I'll try to explain it by that. So what is happening here is the input is 2 comma 4 comma 3 comma 2 comma 4, and n is 5. So day 2 is coming 2 times, day 3 is coming 1 time, day 4 is coming 2 times. So we'll try to prove that how the answer is yes here. Like, here no frequency is 4, and how we are getting yes. So let's try to, I did a lot of test cases and I came to a conclusion that yes, the answer could, we can get the answer. Let me show you how we can get the answer. Like, suppose that on day 2 he predicts bj to one person, and to other person he predicts jj. Okay, now to the next person on day 3 he predicts bv. Okay, and to the third person, which there are two, so he predicts jb and jb and jj. Yes, jj. So I will show you that we can't lose in this way. Okay, if we are predicting like this, we can't lose. I will show you how. So if we, I'm assuming that we are not losing. So what we will do, like, first date is bj and jj. Okay, so if we are not losing here, if we are losing here, I'm supposing that. So if we get bj and jj, so we'll definitely win on the second day only, and we will not have to do further things. So I'm assuming that we lost here. So how can we lost here? We got jb or we got bb. Okay, in both the last day is b. Notice that in both the last day is b, and here the last day was j. So when we will go for next step here, so the first day here is, here the day is bb. Okay, and here it was bb. So I'm assuming here we lost, and now here also we are losing. Okay, so if here we are losing, on the day 3 also we are losing. So the last value should be starting with b. Okay, so what could be the values here if we are losing here? So it could be jj or jb. It could be jj. It is ending with j, so it should start with b. See, both the cases are ending with b. So on this day he must have bet with some b. Okay, so if this is b, this is b. Okay, so the first value here should be b definitely. So other value could be j, or first value is b, other value could be b. So if it is bb, then we are winning. So we should remove this case, because I'm assuming that we are losing every round. Because here, see, here we bet jj, and our losing values are jb and bb. Okay, so these value should be on this day also, like it is the n plus 1 of this value now. So if here it was b and here it was b, so here should it should also be B. But if we are using BB, then we will win. So we are not using BB, we are using BJ. Okay. Now here the last value is J. So it should be the value on first day of next person. So here the value could be JB, or it could be JJ. See, we won because we got JJ, JB, or JJ. So we won easily. Like we can. So how we won? Like if you will try to go more in depth, what we did is like we maintained the last day. We maintained the last day same, and if we are not winning, so on next day it should be opposite of that. So it would be either BB or BJ, but we have used BB here. And if then also we didn't won, that means that here it was BJ. Okay. And if here it was BJ, so next day should be predicted as JB or JJ, because we can do two predictions on next day. So we got the answer JJ and JB. Okay. So what is the observation here is like if consecutive days are like 2, 1 and 2, yes, we can win because we can always take the advantage of the last day which we had, so we can win easily. So if you will try more, like if the test cases are like 2, 1, 1 and 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, one more 1 and 2, then also we can win. Like if the construction would be like something like BJ and JJ. Okay, now we will use the last day and predict same BB. Now what we will do is we will predict JJ. If here also we didn't won, like J wasn't last day, so we will again predict BB. Then we will predict B was a JB and JB and JJ. Things will are like working like that. Okay. So what we have to finally find is like we have to find some continuous frequency whose value is like something x, then there are consecutive ones, and there is y. And for x and y, there is condition that x should be greater than equal to 2 and y should be greater than equal to 1, 2. So we have to find the continuous frequency of these elements. Like for x if x is 3, suppose if x is 3, so this value should be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and y will be 9, something like that. So we have to find the continuous frequencies, like continuous values, because if some gap is coming, then we can't use the last value which we were using here, like BB was, sorry, JJ was the losing position. So next time we did BB because we took the advantage. Like, and next time also we send the same. If here it was BB, we are using JJ. So we are taking the advantage of the last value as both the values are connected. Because if for the second day there are prediction for third and fourth day, and then for the third day the last day of second will be the first day of third. Basically the main observation is the for two continuous frequency, the first day of one will be last last day of one, last day of one is first day of other. So this is the basic thing which is here for two continuous frequency. Continuous. Let's check the spelling. I'm not able continuous. Okay. So now coming to the coding part, like how we can code is, it is pretty simple. Let me bring the solution. So code cool Java. Sometimes the code doesn't open easily. Yes, it is opening. So now let's check how I did. So firstly, I created a hash map and I counted the frequency. If any of the frequency is greater than 4, then I increased some variable which I will check in the end, that if that variable has increased its value, then we will print yes, otherwise we will print no. Okay, so if any of the element has frequency more than 4, we will directly get the answer as yes. Now this is the code. I'll tell you how it is working. So what I did is I created a pair, and in that pair I stored all the values whose frequency is more than 2. Okay, so if from the map we can get all the values whose frequency is more than 2, so what I did is I just calculated. Suppose there are the frequency, the values in pair are 3 and 12. Okay, and 16, these are the values which are in pair and vector of pair, and so the frequency of these values is more than 2. Okay, so it has frequency 2 or more than that. 12 has also frequency 2 or more than that, and 16 has frequency 2 or more than that. So what I did, I added it from 3 till 12 and checked that frequency of each element between them should be 1. If it is not 1, I just ignored this range, and I did same for this value. I checked all the values between them. If any one of the value is missing, for example, here it is like 3 is there, 4 is there, 5 is there, 6 is there, 7 is there, 8 is there, 9 is there, 10 is there, but 11 isn't there. So we will ignore this range. We will check for the next range. But if all are there, so it is very easy. Like we can, it is forming a pair like 2 comma 1 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 comma 2. So I just printed yes in that case, otherwise I printed no. You can check that from I pair of I dot first, y plus first 1 dot first. I just iterated through that, and if any of the frequency is no, zero, I break it, and if all the frequencies are greater than or just 1, so I just increase the answer and just break the loop. And if our value somewhere got increased, I did a yes, otherwise I did a no. So this is the basically the solution. Hopefully uh, I have explained it in some precise manner. Thank you.